The Oxford English Dictionary describes a cameo as a piece of jewellery, usually oval in shape, consisting of a portrait in profile carved in relief on a background of a different colour. Which is weird because we thought it was that thing where a celebrity shows up in something and you go, oh. That latter kind of cameo happens all the time in video games. In fact, in an earlier video we shared some of the strangest cameos we'd encountered, including appearances by Burt Reynolds, Michael Jackson, and a bunch of dunking US presidents.
Look who decided to show up! Fantastic!
Turns out there are yet more and weirder video game cameos out there. Enjoy and beware spoilers ahead for the following games and Season 7 of AMC's The Walking Dead.
Writer, presenter and sometime games journalist Charlie Brooker is best known these days as the creator of your favourite TV show. If your favourite TV show is cautionary techno-fable anthology Black Mirror, which asks the question, what if technology was bad?
Where am I?
Hip hip hooray!
A sunnier future.
Turn it off.
Unless, that is, you've never seen Black Mirror but do love World War II era sniper simulations with a curious hatred for what people in the medical profession refer to as nutsacks. In this case, Brooker is best known for his bizarre cameo in Sniper Elite 3, in which he appears in expansion pack Hunt the Grey Wolf as one of Hitler's guards. The Sniper Elite series combines the slow-motion bullet time of Neo, the X-ray vision of Superman, and the obsession with internal organs of Hannibal Lecter. So we can only imagine the enthusiasm with which Brooker grasped the opportunity to have his likeness offered up for testicular target practice. Ooh. Yeah. The story behind the cameo is that Charlie B raved about Sniper Elite V2 in his column for The Guardian, after which he was approached by developer Rebellion and offered this special treat. Ooh, maybe this is when Charlie Brooker decided, maybe technology is bad.
Dun 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 dun.
Fans of AMC's The Walking Dead, who apparently still exists, will remember Negan as the baseball bat-wielding psychopath who is the least likeable character in a show with some pretty stiff competition. Negan is the guy who viewers had to wait 6 months between seasons 6 and 7 to find out killed Abraham with a baseball bat, and also Glenn with a baseball bat. And, okay, you get the point, he likes his baseball bat. One thing you should definitely take from all this is that Negan doesn't fight fair, which is why it was such a surprise to discover that he will be showing up in Tekken 7 as a playable character. The other bonus characters already announced for Tekken 7, Akuma from Street Fighter, Geese Howard from Fatal Fury, and Noctis Lucis Kylum from Final Fantasy XV, all make a lot more sense given that they're fighting characters from games in which they do a lot of fighting. Negan is just a vicious thug with a bat who, while he's pretty good at menacing groups of downtrodden survivors, would have a harder time intimidating a 7-foot grizzly bear. Also, pretty sure barbed wire covered baseball bats are banned under the rules of the King of Iron Fist tournament. Maybe check the rulebook.
Little pig, let me in.
Still, this is a thing that's happening, so let's all just keep an open mind, and hope that we don't have to wait 6 months every time Negan swings his baseball bat to find out who he hit.
Everything is absolutely fabulous. It's not that every single major military base has been wiped off the map and that this regime is a goat hair away from complete and utter collapse. No! Super! Fantastic! Stupendous! It's wonderful! I love it here!
If you played Just Cause 3 anything like the way we did, you were probably too busy causing tether-based mayhem to notice the announcements from the propaganda minister. Haha, take that, the government. Or maybe the rebels. Who are the bad guys in this game again? Anyway, throughout the game, Medici's Minister for Propaganda will occasionally chime in with an update from the dictator Di Ravello about what's been happening on the island. Usually about how the fact that everything's exploding is fine, actually.
Hi there. The good general heard that some of you were experiencing some television interference from the transmitter at Chima Leon. So he decided to destroy it and the base around it, just to be sure.
We also get the sense that the Minister for Propaganda is perhaps not 100% in the job voluntarily.
It's just some routine, controlled demolitions, nothing to be concerned with. Like the fact that some armed man just took away my cell phone. Viva Medici!
And that he is, in actual fact, a kidnapped celebrity.
Self-improvement's our watchword here. Take it very seriously. Unlike the rights of vacationing celebrities. Viva Medici!
Yes, it turns out that this miserable mouthpiece is actually Doctor Who star David Tennant, who it seems was on Medici when he was kidnapped and forced to become the voice of Di Ravello's propaganda announcements.
Did you know it was my mother's birthday today? If there were an insurgent force systematically destroying every military base, which of course there isn't, but maybe they would come and break me out of here. For the sake of my dear old mum. Viva Medici.
Maybe don't count on him showing up for a cameo in the Doctor Who Christmas special, is what I'm saying.
My prison cell could use some beautification. Viva Medici!
You gotta snap out of it! Snap out of it! Ah! Look, you crazy mother!
Rowdy Roddy Piper was a gifted wrestling villain, WWE Hall of Famer, and the most Scottish person ever to come out of Canada.
Hey, I'm Roddy. Roddy Piper.
Hey, I'm the President of the United States.
Sure. Why not?
He was also a movie star, appearing in John Carpenter's 1988 classic They Live, in which he had a memorably long fight scene with actor Keith David that went on for 6 whole minutes, which doesn't sound like a long time until you try and watch Roddy Piper and Keith David fight each other for 6 minutes. Anyway, if the name Keith David sounds familiar, it's because he also plays the Vice President in Saints Row 4.
What do you want me to push forward? Do you want to be the president who cured cancer or the president who solved world hunger?
The Saints Row series is never one to pass up a good cameo opportunity, regardless of how little sense it makes. It therefore isn't long before they put together a convoluted set of circumstances involving simulations, nightmares and mind control that mean you round a corner to discover virtual Keith David and virtual Roddy Piper back at it, beating the hell out of each other in the street.
Keith! Listen to me!
Although it's a treat for fans of They Live, you have to wonder what percentage of Saints Row 4 players have actually watched that relatively obscure 1980s cult sci-fi film. And if you haven't seen that movie, how baffling is it to stumble across WWE Hall of Famer Roddy Piper and respected actor Keith David giving each other backbreakers in an alley?
Tell me, Keith!
I'm going to go with very, very baffling.
She's in.
Nolan! Hey, what's up, buddy? We're making a game about me!
Even if video game fans don't know the name Nolan North, they'll certainly recognize his voice, as he's provided the talky sounds for some of gaming's most memorable characters, including Nathan Drake, Desmond Miles, Ghost from Destiny, the Penguin in the Arkham games, Richthofen from Call of Duty Black Ops Zombies, the boss in Saints Row 4, and Captain Martin Walker in Spec Ops The Line. James, wake up! Nolan North voices a lot of video game characters, is the point I'm making, including Deadpool from the 2013 game of the same name.
Drop the beat! Deadpool! Babes Mayhem! Let's get it on!
Although apparently they didn't manage to get all the contract details hammered out in advance because the game features a scene in which Deadpool phones Nolan North to ask him to play him in the game you're currently playing, in which Deadpool is voiced by Nolan North. Look, it's Deadpool, you have to expect this kind of thing. Anyway, Nolan has some interesting notes on the character for Deadpool.
That sounds awesome, Deadpool. Listen, I had a different take on it. Maybe we just make you, maybe it's an alternative type of Deadpool. It's somebody that's like, forget the boobs, let's just go for pecs. Pecs and biceps, forget girls.
And the whole thing gets settled amicably.
Yeah, well, f*** you, Nolan.
Or not. Well, I guess Nolan North won't be voicing Deadpool in the game after all. Wait.
僕らもそのプロジェクトの中でアリアのどの曲とを そのベースにしてもらうかっていうところを、まあプロジェクト内でもすごく話をしていて、まあ僕はグリーディーって曲で。
僕はやっぱタッチヒットがいいんじゃないかなって。
Final Fantasy Brave Exvius is a free-to-play mobile game. Wait, come back. Those of you who were paying attention and not fleeing the room will have noticed Final Fantasy Brave Exvius is also a Final Fantasy game, in which you can summon pixel art versions of popular Final Fantasy heroes to crew your 5-character party.
As legendary warriors join forces across time and space.
Since launch, the game has added Final Fantasy superstars such as mystical staff-twirling Yuna from Final Fantasy X, and from Final Fantasy VII, pineapple-haired sword-haver Cloud. So far so sensible. Then there's this cameo which makes as much sense as the name Brave Exvius.
Ariana Grande will also be coming to Brave Exvius as a playable character.
Ponytailed pop star Ariana Grande was recruited to play a singer transported into the world of Brave Exvius to fight evil and be dressed as an S&M bunny rabbit. Though the costume resembles that of a Bioshock extra, it's actually a reference to Grande's album Dangerous Woman, for which this cameo was a promotional tie-in, and also the reason for her character name being Dangerous Ariana. I take it back, that makes actually slightly more sense than the name Brave Exvius, which... anyone? Another element of the tie-in deal was an orchestral remix of Grande's album track Touch It, in which we presume the It refers to the magical ice megacryst from the world of Lapis, which has been known to freeze touchers to death. Makes you think.
Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the King of Pop, Michael Jackson!
You can't win. The title's mine.
It was the year 2000. Imagine our delight when we discovered that not only did the world not end in a Y2K apocalypse, but also comedy boxing game Ready to Rumble got a sequel.
Punch your blaster!
Ready to Rumble Round 2 for the Dreamcast, PS1 and 2, Nintendo 64 and Game Boy Advance was a 3D boxing game with a roster of fighters from all over the world. Brazil, the USA, New Zealand, hell. He's really mad about that lack of an apocalypse. So, which 5-star celebrity had the muscle mass and aggression to hold their own in this oddball boxing league? Michael Jackson? Well, okay, you're the video game.
I can't lose my groove.
Yes, Michael Jackson was the unlikeliest addition to the lineup for Ready to Rumble Boxing Round 2, or R2RBR2 as it's known to us Ready to Rumble fans. What's more, the late King of Pop did actual motion capture to bring such iconic fighting moves as the moonwalk and the smooth criminal anti-gravity lean with him into the ring.
With this groove, I can't lose.
Jackson's appearance in a novelty boxing game is less of an anomaly viewed in the context of how keen on video games MJ was, contributing music and cameos to several before he passed in 2009. Michael Jackson also recorded voice lines for his role in Ready to Rumble Boxing Round 2, though mysteriously delivered all those lines while doing an impression of someone else doing a bad impression of Michael Jackson.
Music to my ears. Who's the king? Don't you know who you're messing with?
Those are some more of the weirdest cameos we've run across in video games. If you've got any more of your own that you want to suggest, put them in the comments below. And now, to play us out, a cameo from Metal Gear director Hideo Kojima. Come on in here, Hideo. Where's Hideo?
He's busy.
With what?
He's having brunch with Mads Mikkelsen.
Wish I were having brunch with Mads Mikkelsen. All right, fine then. I'll just tell you about some other videos you can watch. If you're into cameos and people like Hideo Kojima, you can watch this video up here from us, which is about times that creators cameoed as themselves with bizarre results. Or if you want something completely different to that, down here's a video from Outside Extra, which is Luke's theory about why Link from Zelda is actually the guy from Doom. Sounds implausible. Wonder how he'll argue that. Let's find out.